like this?
Pardon?
What?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
May I ask you something?
Yes.
Are we celebrating Melbourne Cup?
No, not quite. No. I would have a
hat,
fascinator and a dress on for you, Daru, if it was Melbourne Cup. No, we're actually not sure if it's going ahead this year. So that's normally in November. But good memory, Daru. I am very impressed.
Ana, hola.
Hola.
¿Cómo
¿Cómo
estás?
estás?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Me encanta tu
Sorry,
sombrero mexicano.
This is from my son. Mateo loves dress ups, so he likes to, do all this
I had a sombrero at home, but I also had this one too, which is kind of more like an Outback Australia hat, which I thought is very, very good for today.
Yeah.
So
Diana's sombrero is like the Outback hats of Australian people, no? When they have these little...
Yeah, with the corks. Yeah, that's really cool.
Mateo,
what is the name of these little balls at the front?
Yeah, I think it'd be called a cork hat. There is another name called a kubra.
Hi, Mateo.
Yeah.
What is the name?
Mateo, say hi.
A kubra, and we're going to talk about that today too.
I have a question, Tig. Are you recording us?
Yeah, just for my assignment.
Okay,
so this is not going on like all over YouTube and stuff. This is just so I can send it to my teacher.
That's okay. I'm just wondering because I was like, why I'm recording these people?
Has anyone heard from Carolina?
I can write to her.
Yeah, I sent her a message. I sent everyone a message, but I haven't heard. So I was just wondering if anyone had heard from her.
I'm going to call her. Just give me one moment.
How have you been, Diana? I love your hat, by the way. It looks glamorous.
Diana is wearing
which
Panama hat. It's called a Panama hat.
A Panama hat.
Panama hat. Have you heard about that? Panama hats?
No, this is the first time I've heard of it. Hello, Carolina.
Okay. Research on Google about Panama hats.
Okay. I will have to do some research on some Panama hats.
Hola, Carolina.
The history about...
¿Cómo estás? Yo no te había visto.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien. I have many hats.
Oh my goodness. Look at that one. That's amazing. Mine is very embarrassing now.
That one. Very cool. I am very impressed that you've all remembered to bring your hats. Cool. All right. Well, welcome to today. It's been so lovely to see all your beautiful faces again. And we're going to be talking a little bit today about expressing opinion. So I'll try and share my screen with you guys and let me know if you can't see it. Oh, hold on. Let me slideshow. Let's try this and see if it works.
I have a cup. A baseball cup.
Why is it not working?
Carolina, what kind of hat is that one?
Manita. It's a mariachi hat.
A mariachi hat.
All right, guys, just give me a moment. It's actually not letting me share, so I may... Wait, hold on. There we go. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I see. Yes.
Okay. Very nice. So today is about expressing opinion and expressing ourselves. And hats are a wonderful way to do that. So question I have for you guys is, why did you choose the hat that you're wearing today?
The hat in the picture is a Panama hat.
Oh, there we go.
This.
So why did you choose your hat, Diana?
I choose my hat because that was the most nicest that I have in my house.
Oh, very nice. That's good. And what do you like about your hat?
I like that my hat is very funny and fancy, and yeah,
Keeps the sun out when you're outside. Very good.
Very sexy, very sexy.
And where did you get your hat, Diana?
I got my hat in a Chinese shop.
You got a Mexican hat and a Chinese shop. That's funny. Lovely. All right. What about you, Carolina? Why did you choose the hat that you're wearing today? Oh, I think I may have lost her.
I had because I love the Mexican music.
Yeah.
Music. Because my mommy had. Entonces, then I use an hat.
Is she still there? Yes. I might hold Carolina for a moment. I think she's frozen again. All right, Rio.
I can
She's back.
see.
I think she's got a bad connection today. Dario, why did you choose? Oh, sorry, Diana. Why did you choose your hat?
Yeah.
On mute, lovely.
Hat because it's elegant and hot. Sexy.
What was the second part?
I like this hat.
It does look very stylish. I like it.
Más
And-
que sí, más que
Yeah.
What do you like about
Más que
sea,
is an expression
más que sea.
in Spanish. Más que sea.
Then what does it mean in English, Diana?
I don't know.
More. No. Es como decir, one moment, please. Es como cuando dice, aunque sea eso. No sé.
I don't know how to explain that.
That's okay. And what do you like about your hat, Diana?
What you like about your hat?
Que me gusta.
¿Por qué te gusta? ¿Qué es
Because
lo que más que te gusta?
it's comfortable.
Yes,
Sorry for the background noise.
that's okay. It's comfortable. And what else?
And white.
And white. Yeah,
Like the color.
very good. All right. And where did you get your hat?
¿Dónde comiste?
This is a gift of the my old work
Last job.
last job.
Oh, wonderful. Lovely. That's a wonderful leaving work hat, isn't it? Very stylish one too. Cool. All right, what about you, Dario? Why did you choose your hat?
It's very comfortable. Comfortable. I used this baseball cap to work in my place. Yeah.
That's fine. So you use it when you go to work? I wear a cap at work quite a lot myself too.
Yeah. And it's comfortable and it's short. My ears can breathe.
Very important.
And it's easy to use.
Lovely. And where did you get your hat, Dario?
What I get from the shop, from the store.
Oh, very good. Cool.
Very good. very good.
So my hat is a broad brim hat. This is very similar to one that I wear to work quite often. And it's made out of suede. So this is a very similar to an outback Australian hat where the farmers wear out on the farm. And this hat is actually not mine. I've borrowed this one because I quite liked it from my sister. What do I like about it? I love that it covers my ears and my face so I don't get sunburnt in the blazing sun here in Australia. And it's also got a like nice breathing patch around the side so you don't get too hot with your head. And yeah, I got it from my sister. So that's where I got my hat from. And I love that every one of you has brought your own flavor today. That's so cool. I'm just going to move you up.
This is my Panama hat.
Oh, very nice, Dario. Very nice. Ooh,
Kate Middleton.
hold on.
Hey, we can export these hats to Australia.
You can't? Oh, dang. I'll have to find another way to get it.
Yeah.
Now, can you
Huh?
guys see the screen here
No.
with the writing on it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think if you change your screen, Dinah, you might be able to see it.
Mm.
You can see it now?
Yep.
Beautiful. So at the top here, I have a bit of a story about Kate Middleton. If you're not quite sure who that is, she is the Duchess of the UK. So she's the Prince Harry's wife and sorry, Prince William's wife. My apologies. And she has been well known to be a very famous hat wearer, has brought hat back into fashion for women. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen to a bit of an audio. And then at the top here, I've got a couple of words which fit into this little text here. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen to this twice. And then you'll see where each one fits in. And then once we've listened to it, we'll write in those ones in the boxes. So does everyone understand what to do?
Yes.
Wonderful. All right. So I'll press play now. Please let me know if you can't hear it.
Kate Middleton.
Can you hear that?
Keep
I just-
continue.
Kate Middleton is 2011's hat person. This is breakingnewsenglish.com. British Royal Catherine Middleton has been named Hat Person of the Year by the California-based Headwear Association. The Duchess of York is the third winner of this prestigious award for haute couture for the head. She won a whopping 91% of the votes to be unanimously declared the winner. Singers Justin Timberlake and Bruno Mars and actor Charlie Sheen were among the runners-up, each with 1% of the vote or less. The Duchess had a very special year in which there were many occasions to show off her hats. She married Britain's Prince William in April and then went on a succession of public appearances and royal tours, most requiring headwear. Kate Middleton.
Oh, hold on. Okay, so did everyone catch most of that? I'll play, yeah, I am going to play it through one more time.
Sorry, T, can we go and get some, can I go and get some pencil or something? Because otherwise I'm not gonna remember where the other words are.
Yeah,
Maybe it's good for everyone to have a pen and paper.
Yeah, that's fine. You grab one now. I'll give you a minute to do that.
Yeah.
I think Donna's really struggling because she's on her phone. She can't quite see everything. Are you on your computer today, Carolina?
Yeah, just 1 minute. I'm going with my paper. I go my paper. This hat is not allowed
I
to see.
got the paper. I got the paper.
Cool. All right, is everyone okay to go again?
Yes, please.
All right, I'll play it one more time.
Kate Middleton is 2011's Hat Person. This is breakingnewsenglish.com. British Royal Catherine Middleton has been named Hat Person of the Year by the California-based Headwear Association. The Duchess of York is the third winner of this prestigious award for haute couture for the head. She won a whopping 91% of the votes to be unanimously declared the winner. Singers Justin Timberlake and Bruno Mars and actor Charlie Sheen were among the runners-up, each with 1% of the vote or less. The Duchess had a very special year in which there were many occasions to show off her hats. She married Britain's Prince William in April and then went on a succession of public appearances and royal tours, most requiring headwear. The Duchess has brought about a revival. Kate Middleton.
All right. Does everyone feel confident with that, or do you want to listen to it one more time?
No, yeah, I get it now. I get now. The second one is show off.
Kate Middleton
Oh,
is
hold on.
2011.
Sorry, guys. I'm going to annotate this one so we can write it as we're going. And that way you guys can see as we go. Okay, so Californian-based Headwear Association, the Duchess of York is the third winner of this prestigious what? Was it runners, show off, award, among, requiring? Which one?
Show off.
Oh, are you sure, Drew?
Show off.
So this one here. So the Duchess is the third winner of this prestigious what?
I think it's a word, no? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I
So
think
award.
Olive?
Oh, I didn't mean to have that on capitals. There we go. Award. Yep. So she is the third winner of this prestigious award for haute couture for the head. She won a whopping 91%. That is a lot.
The show off.
Oh,
Show off.
are you sure this one show off?
Award.
So we've already said award here. So for haute couture of the head, she won a whopping 91% of the what to be unanimously declared the winner. The runners among, requiring, royal, special, or votes.
I don't understood the third word.
So this one here, do we want to listen one more time?
Okay.
No, well, yes, very,
I'll play
very,
one more
very
time
good.
too.
Please, thank you.
Ooh, I'll have to clear our annotation first, and then we'll write it through again. Ooh. Just give me a moment. I just have to stop annotating before I can play the two. That's it.
Kate Middleton is 2011's hat person. This is breakingnewsenglish.com. British Royal Catherine Middleton has been named Hat Person of the Year by the California-based Headwear Association. The Duchess of York is the third winner of this prestigious award for haute couture for the head. She won a whopping 91% of the votes to be unanimously declared the winner. Singers Justin Timberlake and Bruno Mars and actor Charlie Sheen were among the runners-up, each with 1% of the vote or less. The Duchess had a very special year in which there were many occasions to show off her hats. She married Britain's Prince William in April and then went on a succession of public appearances and royal tours, most requiring headwear.
Okay, I hope that helped a little bit more. So we'll try going again through. Ooh, I'll annotate again so we can pop it in. Okay, oops. Let's go back. Now it's supposed to be the Duchess of York. I don't know what happened there with my transposing of this story. Okay, so the Duchess of York is the third winner of this prestigious award we figured in. Well done there, Dana. For haute couture for the head. She won a whopping 91% of the what?
Votes.
Yes, good work. The votes to be unanimously declared the winner. Singers Justin Timberlake and Bruno Mars and actor Charlie Sheen were
Among.
well done among the five.
Among the runners.
Yes, among the runners up. Each one with one vote or less. The Duchess had a very high, sorry, a very something.
Special.
Yes. Ooh, very special. Yeah, in which there were many occasions to what? Now you've got this one, Drew.
Royal. Person show on.
Show.
Yes, now that's on show off.
Yes.
Her hats. She married Britain's Prince William in April and then went on a succession of public appearances and royal tours. What was the final word there? Requiring him.
Requiring.
Yes, wonderful. Yes, so Kate Middleton is definitely one of our famous hat wearers and she inspired our class for today. So from this session, we're going to talk about opinions. And I'm just going to clear our annotations. There we go. Not quite. Beautiful. Okay, so a little bit of vocabulary here from our text, and also while we're talking about hats, let's go back for a minute there. So vocabulary. Now the word show off, does anyone think they might know what it means apart from the fact I've already written it here for you? Has anyone heard the word show off before?
No. It's the new expression.
Yes,
for me.
I thought it might be a new expression for you. So a show off is someone who is, I guess, kind of parading, if you know what the word parading means, or displaying to people that they have potentially a skill or a possession that no one else has, but also it might be to show off a new car, or if someone would like to show you a new hairstyle, they like to show off, if that makes sense. So to display or show what you have to others, sometimes in a good way, just to say, hey, look, I've got something new, and to share that you're excited about it. But sometimes it can also be with the intention of to show that you are better or more affluent than somebody else. Is that making sense there, Carolina?
So show off. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
I understand the meaning of show off.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. And the other one that might have been new for you as well is whopping. So whopping is an English British term, which doesn't quite happen in normal English quite a lot, but this one that does come up. So whopping meaning a large amount or very large. In Australia, we have a burger called a Whopper, meaning very large. And then some vocabulary around hats and things, which I thought that you might not be very familiar with. So one Daria is already wearing today, which is a cap.
Okay.
Yep. A broad brim hat is one like I'm wearing. And a broad brim just means it's very large around the side so that it covers your ears and face, particularly in Australia, because we get very harsh sun during the summer. Broad brim, yep. Another one could be beanie. So these two on the far right-hand side here are both wearing a beanie, which we have been wearing in Ballarat where I live up until the last couple of weeks, because it has been winter in Ballarat at the moment and it gets quite cold here. So you wear a beanie to keep your head warm, and particularly your ears. There's many different styles of wearing a beanie. In Australia, people like to wear them not covering their ears, which I think is a bit unsensible, but anyway. So the cap, there is the woman wearing the white hat, and a kubra. A kubra is an Australian hat, which is very similar to the one that I showed you that I was wearing. And I'll show you another photo of that one as well. This one here is a bowler hat. Doesn't get worn as much in this era. It was very popular in the 1800s and the 1950s in that era, particularly where I'm from. In the gold rush time in Australia. And then you also have things like helmets, say a motorbike helmet. So these might be some words or headwear that we're not very familiar with. So that was a little bit of exploring some vocabulary there. So wearing a hat is a great way to express yourself and how to express your personality and the style of fashion that you like, just like you did, Diana. And expressing our opinion when we speak is a way also to connect with others and explore different ideas and opinions. So today we're going to be exploring some different opinions. And when we are, there's some different openings that we can use to help us when we're starting to have a conversation about expressing how we feel or what we think about something. For example, here we've got, in my opinion, the government hasn't done a good job of handling the pandemic. Or I think we need to spend more time practicing our English. Or I didn't like the way she spoke to me. Or another one could be, I believe that children should get outside more. So these are just some of my opinions and beliefs. But these words here, in my opinion, I think, I didn't like, and I believe are all ways to open a sentence as we are talking about expressing our opinion. So what we're going to do now is, can you all still see my screen?
Yes.
So what you're going to do is you're going to read our little story here as I say it to you, as I speak it out. And afterwards, we're going to go back to this and see if we can, I'll stop sharing here. Oh, hi, Juan David, you just come in last minute.
Hi, Tegan. Hi, everyone. Sorry for being late. I was on a trouble. I had to run to get to get home. Sorry for being.
David, I like your hat.
I was going to say, where's your hat? You haven't got your camera on.
I like your hat. I like your universe hat.
I was going to say, it's a very interesting color you've got happening there. Juan David?
I'm sorry. I am looking for my hat. I can find it.
So we've just been talking about hats at the moment, Juan David, and we've been expressing why we like our hats, and we've just been talking about expressing our opinions. So I'm just going to open this one up and then share this document with you. So it's a bit easier for you guys to be able to read along with it, and we can make some, adjustments along the way. Can we all see this one? Can you see my screen there, guys?
Yes, I can see you.
Yes.
Screen.
Yes, I can
Yes,
see.
Wonderful. So you guys are going to read this little piece of text here of three people talking about expressing their opinions, and then we're going to dive a bit deeper into expressing our opinions. So follow along as I'm reading it. Actually, do you guys feel confident you might be able to read out a sentence?
Yeah, no problem.
Cool. So what I might do, I might have you, Dario, be Paul. Diana, would you happy to be Hannah?
Which Diana?
I'm just trying to remember her last name.
Yeah.
Diana,
That's
Australia
Diana.
Diana. I'm sorry, I can't think of any other way. What's your last name, Diana? I've forgotten. Oh my gosh, I feel terrible.
Garcia?
Yeah, that's it. So you can be Hannah, and maybe other Diana, you can be Amy. So Diana, if you want to start off with the first sentence there that has Hannah beside it, Amy, you can go. So Diana, Spanish in Colombia, Diana, you can be Amy. And then Daria, when we get down to Paul, can you say Paul's part? All right, away you go, team.
Okay, in my opinion, the good school is the one that makes a balance between discipline and fun.
All right, Colombian Diana.
I completely agree with you, Hannah. Too much focus on discipline can make a school like a prison. An excessive focus on fun makes it a park rather than a school. So balance is better.
I am sorry to say this, but I totally disagree with you. What is the point of fun in a school? To my mind, a good school is one where you don't have to study such useless
Yeah.
subjects as foreign languages?
I don't agree with you, Paul. I think foreign languages are very important nowadays.
You are right, Amy. There is no good school that doesn't teach foreign languages today.
Really well done, team. I could almost put you on an acting stars. Wonderful. So what we're going to do now is you're going to tell me which one do you think is an opener or is words about someone expressing their opinion. Now, we went over these just a moment ago in the last slide, but which ones here do you think might be someone expressing their opinion?
Hannah first.
So which part of that text there, Diana?
In my opinion, the good school is the one that makes a balance between discipline and fun.
Yeah. So this one here is her expressing, in my opinion. That's an opener there. Yep.
Yes.
What do you think, Duri? Where do you think another one is?
With Hannah or with someone else?
With anyone else?
Okay. With Amy say, I completely agree.
Yeah. I completely agree with you. She's agreeing with the opinion there. Also sharing the opinion that she agrees. Yep. What about you there, Carolina? Can you see another one there?
Please repeat me. Please, please. repeat me.
Can you see another sentence opener that we just went over? At the beginning?
Yes, I totally disagree with you.
Yeah. Yeah. So Amy's there. Beautiful.
And I don't agree with you. Yeah.
Yep. And what about you, one, David? Can you see another one there?
You are right, Amy.
Yep. Good work. So again, she's agreeing. And Colombian Dana, have you got another one? I'm sorry. We're going to have to come up with some nicknames for you two. This is going to confuse, isn't it?
I totally, I'm sorry.
Yep. I'm sorry to say this, but I totally disagree with you. Yep. Wonderful. Great work identifying all the different opinions there, team. Wonderful. So now moving from there, I'm going to head back to my other screen.
We are very intelligent.
You are. You're doing very well. So again, going back to those opinion openers. So a couple of those are, in my experience, fresh Brazilian coffee is the best. I'm sure Dario would attest to that at his coffee shop. I prefer my Nana's personal.
I totally disagree.
Of course. We all totally disagree. We are all Colombians. You can't say that to a Colombian person.
Oh my gosh.
My experience, the best Colombian.
So I prefer my Nana's pizza. So again, sharing the opinion that I prefer something, or if you ask me, I don't think. So again, the I don't think and if you ask me is another way to express your opinion. I don't think those curtains suit the color of the wall. So we're going to do some practice now around expressing opinion. Let's see if I can bring your faces up again so I can see you guys. There we go. And I'll just move you down a bit so that we can all see. All right, so you're going to share some of your opinions with me. So in your opinion, do you think tea or coffee is better? So I'll start off with you one, David. Do you agree or disagree? What's your opinion?
My experience.
Okay, I prefer coffee than tea.
And what? Yeah, have you got 3 reasons why? So in giving an opinion, it's always great to have an opinion, but when you give one, someone will ask you, why do you have that opinion? Why do you feel that way? So what are 3 reasons why you like coffee over tea? There, one, David?
Well, the first reason is like it's a cultural reason, maybe.
Yes.
In Colombia, most of the people drink coffee,
yes.
and the tea is not I don't know how to say this. Well, people in Colombia prefer coffee than tea all in the most of the cases.
Yes.
So I think I grow up drinking coffee, and obviously tea is not a drink that we can find in this country.
Okay, so tea is not as prominent or is not as easily available as coffee is in your country. And if you grow it in your country, I'm sure that's another reason why. Well, like it's pretty much almost organic coffee. You could get it from down the street. Doesn't have to travel across the country and become a bit stale.
I didn't understand so well that, but I think you refer to in all of the country we can find easily a cup
Yes.
of coffee.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, we in all of the cities in our country we can find a very good cup of coffee.
Well, I look forward to visiting you one day and trying your coffee because I don't drink coffee a lot, but when I get a good one, I can actually swallow it. What about
I
you,
really recommend.
Carolina? Do you prefer tea or coffee?
I prefer coffee. Coffee is tastier than
Tastier.
than tea. Tastier than tea, and is strong. It's delicious.
Delicious.
I drink all time. All
All the
time.
time?
I drink coffee all time. Yes.
All the
The
time.
morning, night, all time.
How can you sleep after drinking coffee, Carolina?
No, I don't have trouble to sleep. No, I drink a coffee, and I oh por Dios, and I sleep uh, uh, perfect. I sleep perfect.
So you're a
Like an
seasoned
angel.
coffee drinker. I don't do well. All right. What about you, Australian Dana?
Well, I am the different one because I love tea. I do not drink coffee. It makes me feel very tired, like not very tired, very active, and I'm already very active person. So I just like to drink tea, and I prefer fruit teas, the one that are more herbal ones. And yeah, I don't normally drink coffee, just maybe once, here and there, but not very often.
Yes. And
Strong from-
why do you prefer tea over coffee? What are your 3 reasons of why you can back up your opinion?
I think for me, tea is a little bit more healthier in terms of it doesn't, like I feel with the coffee you get the person could be a little bit stressed. Sometimes they don't notice, but they could be stressful because at the end it has caffeine and affects the way your mind works.
Yes.
So in general, it's because I think it's healthier when you drink herbal teas or fruit teas, and also because here in Balara it's very cold, so I like to drink just tea.
I agree with you there.
That's it.
All right. What about you, Colombian Dana? Do you prefer tea or coffee, and why?
In my opinion, I prefer coffee because in Colombia it's a typical drink, and the flavor it had a good flavor. It's delicious. Maybe I can feel the energy.
Yeah, if you feel energized from the caffeine.
Yeah.
Good.
Because the caffeine is good for when you have a hard a head, hard head.
A headache.
Is good, no?
You find it's good to have a coffee with a headache. Sometimes people get a headache because of a coffee, but maybe she's going through coffee withdrawals. Yes, and why else?
And you can do difference prepare? Puede ser diferentes preparaciones. Recipes? I can.
Oh, different flavors?
Yes.
Yeah, wonderful. Cool. Has everyone said what they like? Daria, you haven't told us whether you like tea or coffee yet.
In my opinion, I like both, but I prefer coffee because the same reasons as my mates just told us before. It's very common here in Colombia to have a cup of coffee at breakfast, at mid coffee afternoon as well. And also I love it because I work with coffee. It's, well, practically I am doing my business with. So I know very well about coffees, like high quality coffees and low quality coffees. So I can taste the acidity and different flavors that you can find in the coffee oils, which is really cool. And also I like especially with the coffee I work with because it's premium coffee. So it tastes totally different than the ones you find in the supermarket.
Yes.
So it's rich in flavor, and I don't mind the caffeine. I love caffeine. So I am awake all day, so it doesn't matter.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So you're a coffee connoisseur and a very passionate man about coffee. I love it, Daru. For me, I like tea over coffee. I'm a teetotaler, or mostly have been most of my life. I'm very much like Dan. I love different flavored teas, herbal teas. Chai tea is one of my favorites. And I've been recently starting to drink coffee. I don't know, as I'm starting to get older, I find I get tired and sometimes need a coffee as a pick-me-up. So in my opinion, I prefer tea, but I don't mind coffee as well. Cool. Great to hear all your opinions, guys. I'm going to have a cup of coffee with you guys one day. All right. So next one, which language do you think is better? Now, this will be very controversial because you're all Spanish of origin. So you prefer Spanish or English? And why do you think it's better? So we'll start off with you, Australian Dana.
Okay, so what language I do prefer? I think I prefer both languages because, I live here in Australia and obviously I need English to communicate with people. And I think the sound of English is very lovely. It sounds like cool.
Yep.
And it's a good language to communicate with other people because most of the people in the world speak English. But I also obviously love Spanish because I grow in Colombia and it's my country and I love my country and my people. And it's a beautiful language. It's very romantic as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it.
Good. What about you there, Juan David?
In my opinion, well, I have to say that I don't prefer one or another.
Yeah.
Because, well, obviously Spanish is my native language, and I love it. I think it's a very rich language with so many grammatical things I can say. But I have to say that English is a beautiful language, but is more important to learn it right now. So we can communicate easily with other people in all over the world. And so I don't prefer one or another, but I think the English is kind of more important on these days. So for that reason, I am trying to learn more about it.
Yeah.
And no, that's all I think.
Wonderful. What about you, Carolina?
For me, in my bueno, I don't prefer one more other because English is more necessary in the world, but English is more necessary. English is you can express ideas with less words than Spanish, and but I like Spanish. But I like Spanish, and I had heard it's more difficult to learn Spanish for people that not native, because it's more complicated.
Complicated.
The English is I don't like to English. I don't like to English is different. The form to pronounce that the form to write.
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
Lovely to hear your opinion. And what about you, Dario?
What?
Sorry, I was asking Dario his opinion.
In my opinion,
Mm.
I prefer Spanish.
Yes. Why do you prefer Spanish, Dario?
I prefer Spanish because it's a language it's a language which I can express more about anything, more things about just let's say about one topic. I can express more things with Spanish. It's a very rich language that I can use different expressions. While in English, sometimes it's not that rich as Spanish. In my experience, no.
Yes.
For example, when I say I love you in English, it's just I love you. But in Spanish, there are many expressions to say I love you, like countless, blah 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 blah. That's why I think
Tell us one, Dario, in Spanish.
te amo, te quiero, te adoro, estoy atontado, estoy en protección. That is a good one. So
This class is very funny. I really
I
like it.
was gonna say, one, David, you have to translate for me because I don't speak Spanish yet. Not very fluent.
all of them means I love you.
It's the same thing.
It sounds beautiful, Dario.
And also that's why Spanish and French are recognized around the world as romantic languages.
Yes,
because of that.
I would agree with you.
There are so many expressions to say different. One little thing in English you can express in many times in Spanish. Many things in many ways in Spanish.
Lovely.
Sentences.
And what
So
about
if you are keen to learn Spanish, just tell me.
You'll have to be very, very patient with me, Dario. Australian Diana's been trying to teach me as well. I've only gotten far as so much as hola and pinpoyo. No, pinpoyo. Little chicken, isn't it? All right. What about...
That's very personal. Please do not open the teaching words I say to everyone.
We're all friends here, Diana. All right, Colombian Diana, what's your opinion?
I think the Spanish, I guess with Dario, the Spanish is
agree.
I agree with Dario.
Yep.
The Spanish is a rich language because you can express a different feelings and opinions. But the English is very important to learn because it's a universal language. When you, because all people in a different countries speak English. So it's a necessary learn English.
Wonderful. I'm really loving hearing all of your opinions. And do you know what? I speak English, but I love Spanish because I agree with you. It is a very romantic language. And I look forward to learning more of it. Wonderful. So now this time, a bit more on the fun side. Do you prefer beer, wine, or water? And which do you think is better? Now, in talking about expressing our opinions, some more openers we can have are, I think, in my opinion, I'd rather, I'd prefer, I've actually got that there, or I prefer, or I'd prefer. So the I'd is I would prefer. It's a contraction of the word I and would, and when we don't have the WOL U before the D, it becomes I'd. So when we're having a informal discussion, we use more contractions, whereas when we're writing our opinion, we would separate those words to be I would prefer. Okay, just to give you a heads up of what I'd means there. Or perhaps you may strongly agree with something. If you really are passionate about the subjects and you get really fired up about talking about it, you might strongly believe that one is better than the other, or you have a certain belief about a certain topic. So I'm going to open up the floor. Dario, would you like to start us off on this one? Do you prefer, which do you think is better, beer, water, or wine? Oh, I think you're still on. Yeah, there you go.
Beer, water, or wine. Okay. It depends of the occasion, I guess. If I am doing some sports, I strongly believe that water is the best.
Yes.
And if I am with my friends celebrating something or having some fun, I strongly believe that beer is awesome.
Yeah, that's good.
And in my opinion, I like wine as well for fine dining meals with in special occasions as well. No, because wine, in my experience, there are white wine and red wine. It depends of what kind of meal are you having with,
Yes.
and you have to choose then properly, no?
Yeah. So if you were drinking wine, what kind of meal would you be eating to complement it?
Okay. In my experience, I don't like red wine.
You don't like red
white
wine? Yes.
No, unless the red wine is sweeter, because I found then too many like bitter and acidic.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like that taste. But I strongly believe that after 1 cup of wine, everything tastes beautiful.
At least he's honest. All right. What about you, Carolina? In your opinion, which is better, beer, wine, or water?
Well, I prefer I prefer the red wine, because it's sweet, and hot, hot. No, I don't know, hot with the specials. Of it's great. More than beer.
Yes.
I can't to drink one beer.
You can't drink one beer.
No, but I can to drink many red wine.
Yeah. And what about you, David?
Well, I am totally agree with Dario. It depends on the occasion.
Yes.
But I prefer beer, I think. In the main reason is mostly the same as he told us. Beer, it means share with friends and with people and hang up with them, have a nice moment with some people that you love maybe and that you want to meet. So I think I prefer beer for that reason, for that social reason, maybe.
Mhm.
And the taste is better than wine. I prefer beer for that reason.
Yeah. Lovely. And what about you, Colombian Dana?
I think I prefer water.
She's lying.
I couldn't be the judge of that, Dario. Only you could. And why? Why water?
Because now I do a lot of exercise, so I need water.
That's really good. Wonderful.
Yeah, water.
Yeah. Diana, Australian Diana, have I asked you this question yet?
No, but yeah, my answer will be I prefer, of course, well, not of course, but I prefer water as well, just because I'm not drinking alcohol. I'm very bored. So just for that, but if I will drink alcohol, I think I will choose wine. I think it's healthier. Again, I'm very thinking all the time of the healthier thing. But I think beer has some healthier stuff as well. But anyway, just talking about this thing, I will prefer water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree with you there too, Diana. I have never grown up drinking beer, so I find the taste for me is quite strong and my stomach doesn't like it. My tongue doesn't like it. I have drank wine before, but much like Dario, it has to be a good quality. Otherwise, my stomach and my mouth can't quite swallow. But it's lovely to hear about all of your opinions and your reasons why. So most of you have done a wonderful job in being able to agree with an opinion. And these are a couple of different ones that you can use, as well as the ones that some of you have used. So it could potentially be, I agree with you 100% if you are in complete agreement on something. Like Juan David, you completely agreed with Dario. It depended on what occasion it was to what kind of drink you preferred. You could say, I couldn't agree with you more. So that's saying the same thing, but just a bit of a different way to say it. You could potentially say, that's so true. You believe that that is the absolute truth. It could be, that's for sure. That's another bit of a casual one you could use. One we use here in Australia quite a lot is, tell me about it. I completely agree with you. And then another one could be, you are absolutely right. You completely, again, agreeing with that opinion. So that's agreeing. Now, disagreeing, you could say, I don't think so. I don't think that's the truth. Or perhaps, no way, don't agree with you there. Or I'm afraid I disagree. You might strongly disagree. I totally disagree with you, completely. Or could be, I beg to differ. Your opinion, you might beg to differ, it's different than somebody else's. It could be, I'd say the exact opposite. You believe the complete opposite of what the person's saying. Or you might say, not necessarily. And again, these can be some openers or some different words and statements that you can use in disagreeing. So I'm just going to quickly duck out for a moment. And you guys have a quick chat amongst yourselves about whether you agree or disagree. And the topic is going to be that breakfast is more important than dinner. So I'll start you off there, Australian Diana.
Well, I used to not, before I haven't had breakfast for a long time in my life. I never had breakfast, but then I got married with my husband and he thinks breakfast is very important. So now I just love my breakfast. I think it is very important. Now I can't live without breakfast. Yeah, I think it is good to have some food in the morning and less food in the night. Okay, somebody talk.
Yoo-hoo.
Hello.
Say something. What do you think?
What are the? Do you remember the opinions of when you are agreeing? Because she doesn't put the display.
She say, I
honestly
think,
agree.
or I believe,
No,
I believe, I think.
I 100%
I
agree.
strongly agree.
I totally agree.
No, those expressions,
Yes,
Es que hace-
I never use them.
tengan.
Yes.
me neither.
What did you say, Drew?
Can you display the two?
Agree.
I agree. Disagree opinions. Can you show them both at the same time or not?
More sentences.
They agreeing with an opinion and disagree with an opinion. Can you put them in the same screen? No. So we can see.
Yeah, I can. If I get out of this screen share, I will put it on a Word doc.
Okay. Just leave it like that. Just when I start talking, I'll tell you which one can you show for me.
Yeah, can do.
What is my?
Just give me a moment and I'll pop it up there for you.
It's my turn now.
One moment. I'm just going to pop them both on the same screen. Come back. All right, just so you know, the top one is agree and the second one is disagree. I just couldn't put the fonts in front of it. So just bear with me. How's that? Can you see that? So that one there is the agree and the bottom one. Oh, hold on. I've just put it there twice. Hold on. One sec. There we go. How's that? Good. So the top one here is I agree and the bottom one is I disagree. So what was Deanna's position on breakfast? Do you agree or disagree with her?
Well, at this point, I agree. I totally agree that breakfast is very important food.
Do you think it's more important than dinner or just the same?
Well, at this moment of my life, I think it is more important than, I don't know. Well, yeah, I think it is important. I think it is more important to have something in the morning now than at night. So I totally agree with that.
Yep. What about you, Dario?
Me?
Yeah.
It's now my turn. Okay.
I just asked you.
I'm thinking. Yeah, you are absolutely right. I agree with you 100% that breakfast is more important than dinner because it's the first meal of the day, and the first meal of the day have to be the most important one because you will need energy for the rest of the day. Whereas if you have a big dinner at night, and then you got straight away to sleep, all
Yes.
those nutrients will deposit into your body as fat.
Yes.
Yeah, because you are rested and it's unhealthy. Dear Diana from Australia, I highly recommend have a good breakfast instead of having a high dinner.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so yeah, my opinion, is more important than breakfast, totally. And I know that in Australia, it's more important dinner than breakfast. You know?
Yes, it can be for some people. Yep. Not for me, but some people.
Because the reasons why they are having dinner more important than breakfast is because they gather as a family and share. It's a moment for sharing with the whole family. Yeah.
Cool.
So I think that depends of the country, no?
Yes.
Here, for example, in Colombia, lunch is more important than dinner and breakfast. It's lunch.
And
we gather together.
I think it can be like that in some Asian countries as well. I know they quite enjoy having dinner and supper as well as one of their social meals. Wonderful. So I'm going to change the topic as I ask a couple of new people. All right. So the next topic is going to be, in your opinion, do we use too much technology? And I'm going to hand it over to you, Juan David.
Yes. Well, I agree with you 100%. Nowadays, we use too much technology. We use every kind of smart devices all the time. Even we can talk about cell phones or TV or computer. We're always in front of a screen, in front of some technology device, and I think we must stop with that. I think people must try to disconnect from these devices and live a free technology life. I don't know if I said this well, but we need to do this because technology is very good and is so important, and now is necessary to work, to study, to do a lot of things. But we need to live more. We live free of this. Maybe we can try to walk more, do more exercise, and go to a forest. Maybe, I don't know, live with nature.
I was going to say, you guys can come and visit me. I'll take you on a bushwalk.
What?
I said, you guys come and visit me. I'll take you on a bushwalk and a camping trip.
I would like it.
Cool. Well done there, Juan David. So now I'm
you.
going to ask Colombian Diana, do you agree with anything or disagree with anything that Juan David has said?
You're absolutely right. Because in this moment, it's very important to learn the good use the technology from for different activities in the life. In this moment, for example, in the pandemic, more people there use the computer, and it is necessary to learn the news apps, Zoom, Meet, because people needs to do many things in his works and in the schools. So I agree for the opinion for Juan David.
Wonderful. All right. What do you think, Carolina? Do you agree or disagree that we use too much technology?
Well, I agree. I agree with you because it's necessary. It's more necessary every day and for any activity, for business, for meeting people, for learning. You're absolutely right.
Yes.
Yes.
Wonderful. All right, Australian donor, what do you think?
I think we use a lot of technology and I don't like it. I have to be honest. I don't like technology a lot. It gets me very tired, physically tired when I'm sitting in front of a computer for a long time or in front of my phone. So I think, of course, it's necessary. We all have to use it, but I think we have to open spaces for us to just, disconnect it, sometimes few days, or even for the families and everything. You lost so much time, spending, in front of the screen, and then you lose the time with your family. So I think it is important to open spaces in your life in where you're disconnected with the technology.
Yes.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, and that is so true, Diana, because for me, being an outdoor ed teacher as well, that I have seen the great consequences of lots of technology use, particularly in the health of young people. Mentally, like mental health, a lot of the time of seeing too much social media and the comparison that can happen, particularly in this new generation, and also in the fact of physically like the children and people in general aren't exercising and getting those health benefits like you mentioned. And then also the mental impacts as well, that if you have asked me when I was 12 how many phone numbers that I can remember, I could rattle off about 10. But now that we have our phones and all the phone numbers are in the phone book, we don't stretch our memories anymore to remember all of those numbers. So again, technology is great in the fact that who seriously possibly could list 100 phone numbers in their brain compared to, back in the day. So it's useful in that sense, but then also it can be quite of a disservice to ourselves. And like you said, Dana, I would agree with you there. Couldn't agree with you more in the fact that we do need to switch off with our families. And I think you do a beautiful job of that with your two boys. So that's wonderful. Okay, guys. So that's pretty much all I have for our lesson today. I hope you've been able to gain some new words and some new phrases and vocabularies when expressing your opinion. I've loved hearing your opinions around many different topics, and it's been wonderful to have you join me. I'm just going to stop my recording there. Ooh, hold on.